Hi, this is Toronto Teddy with part three of being my carnival life. I'm going to tell you a funny story about when we were in Jamaica. There was myself, Caveman, Pee Wee, and my first man, Randy. We were all pretty drunk one day on Jamaican rum while we were there, and I think we were there for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something around that length of time. But anyway, we seen this little guy, and he was up a tree, and he was taking down coconuts. So we paid him about 60, $70 Canadian, got him to climb the tree and knock some coconuts down for us. Well, we were so drunk that we didn't care. So we started picking up these coconuts and we were having a coconut fight. Yeah, with real coconuts. Let me tell you, it hurt a lot. But we did it because we were drunk and we didn't feel the pain. And they say Carney's a crazy, he'll do anything once. And well, I proved that. Next morning, get up and Randy says to me, Rob, I said, what's that, buddy? He said, man, he said, I'm awful friggin' sore. I said, you are? I said, oh, God. I said, I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck and got dropped out of an airplane at 40,000 feet. So I went in to have a shower, and while I was in having the shower, come out, and we got a mirror in there that you can shave with and comb your hair and brush your teeth, normal stuff in a bunk, normal stuff you see in a house, but only is a bunkhouse. Well, while I was shaving, I noticed on my arm I had a bruise about that big. So I went in the bunkhouse and I said, "Hey, Randy." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't want to seem rude or ignorant or anything, but I said, take a look at my back and my legs and take a look at my back and see how many bruises I got." So he took a look and he said, "Oh, wow, man." He said, "You got a lot of big bruises." I said, "Yeah." So let me see you. So he turned around and I said, "Well, Randy, if I've got a lot of bruises, then I said, you've got just as many." So the next day, well, that day, sorry, it was opening day and we started working on the rides and this woman come up with her child and she said to me, she said, "Hey, man, may I ask you a question, boy?" I said, "Yeah, what's that, ma'am?" She said, "Were you the crazy blood-clad nut I seen with the coconuts and your friends there throwing them around and beating each other with them?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Man, you carnival guys are really crazy. Me live in Jamaica all my life and me not throw no coconut in my life. You must be nuts in your head, man, you know." Well, we worked the rest of the day and the rest of the time we were there, and you think that we'd learn our lesson, but we didn't. Got into Jamaican rum every night, and we threw coconuts and had coconut fights. Well, after leaving Jamaica, my supervisor, he gave me the nickname. Well, not really a nickname. Every time he wanted something or I was in hot water with him, he'd say, "Hey, coconut." So with my supervisor, the name Coconut stuck because of the coconut fights. And if I could ever relive Jamaica again, let me tell you something, my friends. I would relive Jamaica all over again, but without the coconuts, because to this day I still feel the pain of the coconuts hitting me as we threw them around at each other. And now, to me, it's kind of funny because it was a great time that I would never forget, and I never want to forget. One other funny story I have to tell you is about being in this little town. Well, it's not a little town, it's City of Kitchener-Waterloo here in Ontario. And every year we go to Kitchener Fair, it rains. And when it rains, we play on grass, and the grass gets all muddy and dirty and just mush. Well, this girl I was seeing at the time, she come running down the midway to see me and bring me something to eat. She hit this big long mud patch. Well, her feet went out from underneath her, and she fell on her butt and slid across the mud with her skirt on, and she was covered from mud to head to toe. And I looked at her and I said, you know, they say a mud bath is good for the complexion. She didn't think it was kind of funny, but everybody around me thought it was funny at the time. So after cleaning herself up and coming back out, I'd say it was about 11:30, quarter to 12, and we were just getting ready to close. And she worked in Kittyland, and I was foreman of the Scrambler. And she come running down the midway a second time and slid in the same mud patch and got muddy all over again. Well, this time she laughed about it and thought it was great. So while we were walking along the midway going to the bunkhouse, lo and behold, I slip and fall in the mud. Well, you would think that my boss would do something about all the mud. Nope, he wouldn't, because everybody that walked down that midway either slipped in that mud or went sliding halfway across the midway. I may do a part 4 to this video about all the different women I've met and how many children I think I have all across Canada and the US, and even in Jamaica, and I think one in Puerto Rico. But maybe I won't, because I don't want everybody out here on YouTube to think that their friend Toronto Teddy is some kind of male gigolo. So to all my friends here on YouTube, peace. Love you from my heart. Hope you enjoy my stories about me being a Carney. And have a great time and peace. This is Toronto Teddy saying goodbye.